And yeah, you know what I'm saying, continue this type of rest mode. So let's go.
And it's a 9-point.
Don't get too loud.
San Antonio lead.
The dangerous in the catch and shoot when Mills sets his feet,
What,
has
they're in
great
the lead?
balance. He's tough
I had
to
that
stop.
fucking rest mode. Come on,
The
so
Spurs
it's
system
crazy.
hasn't changed through the years, but certainly some things being more emphasized than others. You had the post attack, certainly with Tim Duncan and David Robinson, and then it shifted to the drive and kick style with Manu and Tony Parker. And now they're back to playing the mid-range game with Kawhi Leonard and LaMarcus Aldridge.
It's good. Anderson's got his second bucket.
Anderson rising up in the mid-range, a shot that this offense is more familiar with.
Osman. And another three for Cleveland. And in the past, there's been a distaste for isolation basketball in the Spurs organization. But we're seeing more iso ball running through Kawhi and Aldridge.
Well, they do a great job of passing out of the post, and mainly that's the reason why they use it. Force teams to come down as the ball gets closer to the rim and commit several defenders, and then the spacing takes over on the weak side. So they still utilize a pass-first style, and the isolation kind of sets up opportunities on the weak side.
Gasol, a screen on him. Murray dishes to Aldridge, and Aldridge slams it in.
That's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And to me, this is why they're winning, guys. Unlikely players stepping up huge against a defense that's really nowhere to be found.
Drains it from beyond the arc. And 7 points for Jeff Green.
And Green's become a dependable three-point threat. If you don't get a hand in his face, he can certainly knock those down.
Knocked away. Dishes to Murray. He kicks to Aldridge. Here's Gasol. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Gasol working on the block, always patient, surveying. Good job getting deep that time.
Outside Hill. And another three for Cleveland.
And that makes it 2 3-pointers in the quarter so far and 4 for the game.
Now here's Mills. He's guarded closely. Now Green coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. That one's good. The San Antonio lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Love. Now here's Mills. Tight defense on him. Teardrop shot, and it's good on the way in. Mills has got 8 points here in this quarter.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
LBJ terrific when it comes to moving the ball. He has a strong sense for when his teammates are open and then when to deliver. This guy is so tough to guard. He feels like he could take any challenge that the defense is going to throw at him.
And that one drops for him.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson alongside the Jet. That's Kenny Smith. San Antonio had some issues in the first quarter. They were searching for some kind of spark as they had to contend with what had grown to a 13-point deficit for them in the period. The second quarter was quite exciting as they willed themselves completely out of the hole on a comeback mission and now lead by 1. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio?
Well, they've been rewarded for dumping the ball inside, keeping the defense honest. You have to mix it up. A little bit outside, a little bit inside. Now that separates teams.
Shaq, how do you think Cleveland played?
There's no excuse for letting a team drain that many threes on you. Come on, especially at such a high percentage. That means your perimeter defense is weak.
And that will conclude our halftime presentation. We take you back to Kevin Harlan for the second half.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. You look at George Hill. He's really been playing well.
And I love the game plan. And
Here's Calderon. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And you know what? Up against a weak defense, they were allowed to do pretty much whatever they wanted.
What I like, though, besides that, is that they just didn't settle for it, because weak defenses, you could take bad shots. That's not what they did here tonight.
You've certainly been in the public eye for a while as a player, as a broadcaster, an actor in the Jerry Maguire movie. Is there anything else?
So kind of you, Kevin, to bring that up.
I'm just reading the list here.
Yeah.
Right. Is there anything else on camera that you'd really like to do?
Oh, I was in a Coolio video. I don't know if you knew that, Kevin. Coolio made a music video, and I was asked to come down to the studio with the late Malik Sealy, and him and I actually were in the video for the movie's primetime song.
No kidding.
Yes.
How about that? How fun. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. And a moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Gasol.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. They've got LeBron James. Kyle Korver is out there with Kevin Love. Then there's Jordan Clarkson, and it's Nance in at the 5 spot. Guys, what a back-and-forth game this has been.
And that's already resulted in 7 lead changes.
Murray, the pass to Aldridge. And here's the fast break. Love leading the way. The shot's good from Nance.
I like seeing Kevin Love focus on the distribution of the basketball at his size, 6'10". He can see over the smaller defender.
Hits the three-point bomb. Green's got the game tied up here for the Spurs.
And when the D is this non-existent, it's pretty easy for shooters. Fishing with dynamite. They're playing with a huge bit of confidence and some fire here. They've recorded 3 in a row here, guys.
Murray kicks to Aldridge. Mills with it, working on James. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, the Spurs have never been the flashy team in the NBA. Tony Parker said beautiful basketball is playing the right way. Ball movement, pure, beautiful basketball is the way we played. We have all sorts of fans, and there should be something for everybody. Kevin, he told me a long time ago, if we were in New York, people would love us.
And during Popovich's time in San Antonio, the Spurs have always played together, D.A. Got to respect their team-first approach to the game.
Coach Greg Popovich last season passed Jerry Sloan for the most wins with a single team. Of course, Jerry Sloan with the Utah Jazz. You might not know this, but the Spurs modeled themselves very much after the Utah Jazz system behind Stockton, Malone, and Sloan staying there for the amount of time that he did. That role model of consistency and sustained success and accountability has certainly worked in this small market in San Antonio.
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Timeout called the Cavaliers. And some changes here for the Spurs. Rudy Gage checked in for Anderson. Ginobili comes in for Patty Mills. And Tony Parker subbed in for DeJounte Murray. Then for the Cavaliers, Green comes in for Kyle Korver. And Hood subbed in for James.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Parker dishes to Aldridge. Back to Parker. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Aldridge, good.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Hood for 3. Another 3 for Cleveland.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Parker kicks to Aldridge. It's Parker, top of the key. Passes it to Gay. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Here's Clarkson from deep. Green gets the 3-pointer to fall. Green's got 10 points in the game.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, and then the fear sets in that you're going to create driving lanes that could lead to easy buckets. This is not an easy fix.
Parker passes to Gay. And now Clarkson pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
Aldridge kicks to Parker. Hands where the ball is out of bounds. Clarkson touched it last.
A moment here to look at some numbers for Kevin Love. 9th in free throw percentage. And he's among the top 15 in rebounding. Just a powerful presence in the paint.
And yeah, he's a true professional at the free throw line. It's a part of the game where he excels. You want him at the line for you in crunch time. Manu Ginobili on the wing. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Okay, Lefty, I see you. Vintage Ginobili there.
And Tony Parker in the 2017 season with the lowest minutes per game average in his career. He was playing so well in the playoffs. I mean, historically well. Then, Greg, as we know, the quad injury in the playoffs.
Yeah, and it's pretty clear that that 15-year run he's had as a starter, that window is rapidly closing. But still effective, just no longer the focal point that he once was.
Here's Clarkson. And another 3 for Cleveland.
Well, his offense should come with a warning label, caution, flammable. He's connecting on everything. The D looks dumbfounded.
16 feet away. Good on that shot. And with that, the Cavalier lead is cut down now to just 9 in the basket from LaMarcus Aldridge. Over Parker. Again, the Cavaliers score.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
There's the pass to Gay. Shot from 16. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Timeout called, Cleveland. Before his injury, Rudy Gay had made some strides on the defensive end. In general, Greg, he doesn't get enough credit sometimes for his impact on that side of the ball.
Yeah, Gay has always been a great ball hawk. I mean, he's got long arms to pick off lazy passes. He gets a good amount of blocks for a wing player as well. Very much so underrated when you talk about his defense.
A different look now for Cleveland. Thompson, he's checked in for Love. And James subbed in for Nance. The Cavaliers leading by 9. James outside. From deep. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Thompson against Gasol. He dishes it to Gay. And then Gay with the dunk.
Gotta love the overall court awareness. Gasol always knows when there's a wide open teammate ready to shoot, and sometimes makes a dribble to set defenders up before delivering.
Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance. Gay outside. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
And he's caught fire this quarter yet to miss a shot.
Gay's gone 2 for 2 so far from 3. And James gets it to go.
Well, he's building off that strong first half he had. I'm not sure the defense will be able to figure him out in the second.
Parker kicks to Forbes. 3 seconds separate the shot clock in game. To the middle, stolen by Thompson. And here is James, who's got 19. Got it off in time. He got it! That is one fantastic buzzer beater!
He hit that shot like it was nothing. Just another day at the office.
An incredible turn of events. It is bedlam here in the arena.
And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels, and it's gotten them up big. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Greg Popovich.
Nobody holds the ball, not even 1001. You catch it, it's a shot, it's a drive, a pass, whatever you got.
Specific instructions from Greg Popovich. If you don't have a clean look, don't have an open lane, move the ball.
Yeah, and the key is fast decision making, and that takes great recognition from all 5 guys in terms of communication. That's really what we call chemistry.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. They've got Pau Gasol. Anderson is out there with Green. Then there's Murray, and it's Forbes in at the 2 guard. That's the San Antonio 5. Always a fun topic. If you could start a franchise with one guy, who would that be? And a big part of that debate, proven veteran versus young guy with massive upside.
How long is my contract as general manager, Kevin?
Let's say it's a 4-year deal right now.
Okay, I'm going to take the young guy with massive upside.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, because if that pans out, my job's going to be 8 years with an extension, and you're hired.
Good, and guaranteed money.
And I'll find the veterans, Kevin, this is an honest point, that want to play with somebody like that. A young player that's drawing that much attention is going to make their jobs easier, and they're probably specialists in what they do, having been in the league that long. So the upside, I'll go with that.
Here's Murray. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
Terrific effort from him really all night. Yet despite his supreme marksmanship, they're still operating at a deficit.
And they're just living beyond the arc here, really, the entire fourth quarter.
Yeah, not a bad time to be ripping the nets from distance, piling up some major points here.
The dish now to Forbes. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Gasol's got 3 assists in the game. From deep, LeBron, and another 3 for Cleveland.
Well, he's got a baton in the right hand as he's orchestrating what's going on. A maestro, if you will.
San Antonio calls timeout.
And Pau Gasol, one of the most skilled 7-footers this league has ever seen. Whether it's the low post, high post, squaring off picks, you want the ball in his hands.
So both teams changing it up here. Now here's Mills. He's guarded by Hill and stolen by LeBron. And finished off by LeBron.
All right, the coaches are going to ask you to stay in front of LeBron James, but seriously, you want to get in front of that?
Spurs trail by 20. And Pau Gasol, a very good perimeter shooter, starting to stretch his range out beyond that 3-point arc.
Yeah, his face-up game is becoming more and more prominent. Working from that elbow, he's become more of a triple threat. He can shoot it, drive it, and pass at a high level.
Now, most of the time, there's just no defense for LeBron James, just too gifted offensively.
Green with a screen for Murray. Got a piece of it and stolen by Love. The shot, and James with the basket on the assist by Calderon. Calderon's got his 7th assist in the game. The Spurs have gotten every shot they've taken so far in the fourth quarter to go in. That's 5 in a row to start the quarter. Off the pick, and it's Murray with the jam.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
Well, that's a play that only works by practicing over and over and having a great rhythm with your teammate. You could see the timing there.
And until he cools off, I'd keep the ball in his hands.
Now here's Mills, guarded closely. Aldridge a screen. Knocked away with the shot. Again, the Spurs good for 2. Cleveland leading by 21. Nance good, and the assist goes to James.
LeBron James with spectacular vision. His court awareness is something he came into the league with and is off the charts.
Aldridge left side. Now here's Love for 3. Hill. The rebound by Anderson.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
The drive by Aldridge. There he goes again. That's his 9th straight basket. He's a perfect 9 for 9. Right wing. And Mills kicks to Aldridge. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Basket counts.
Well, this is a gravity game right now. Whatever he throws up must come down. He's having a great game.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Cleveland.
Starting five must have been happy to get so much help from the reserves in this game.
And they not only lightened the load, the subs did nothing less than guarantee a win.
In what's been a good season already, tonight's win will take their record to 50 wins, a big milestone here tonight.
Well, at least they're going to salvage a game from the season series after losing the first two.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for LeBron.
Well, he really contributed down there on the offensive end. Seemed like he was hitting anything he was putting up.
Spurs trail by 20. Parker outside. Kicks it to Ginobili. Now Cleveland moving it up. Smith's running. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
And saving their best for last. Tremendous run here to seal the win.
And you could just see everything coming together like a perfect storm, and they just rolled on through.
And finally hitting their stride. This is the run they needed earlier.
Well, easier to do once the game is on ice, as your opponent sometimes has a tendency to relax.
Yeah, with this lead, that's probably going to do it. Fans heading for the exits.
The team came in fired up from the opening tip to see the focus. They're ready to do battle. Well, he's like a carpenter out there. Great floor awareness, zipping the ball over to his teammates with ease.
Here is Forbes. 27 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Parker outside. Outside, Green. Pass to Smith. Launches it, and that falls.
Well, that's what Smith does best, a long-range specialist who loves to square up from outside the three-point line.
And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fan, David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.